Gallifrey gals. Gallifrey gals. Gallifrey gals.
Yeah. Ooh, not this is it. Beat that I bet. I don't know. It's stuck in my head.
Hi everyone, it's your Gallifrey pals. I'm Paula.
And I'm Kat, and we're getting wibbly wobbly.
We are
super
watching,
duper cuckoo bananas version.
Yeah, because we're watching River's Song's story in her timeline order.
To the best of our ability.
It's all over the place. Hey, you think, hey, there are some little mini episodes that happened in between some other episodes. Where are those? Those are on our Patreon. And if you are interested in watching us watch those, head on over to our Patreon and check them out.
It makes us all possible.
Yeah.
And super cool. And we appreciate you, patrons.
Yeah, thank you for supporting
Specifically,
us, patrons.
the extra little stuff like that goes to our Geronimo and Red Alert tiers. So
Yeah.
thanks, everybody.
Yeah. But now, we'll watch what, if you've been here with us for a while, you'll know what was just one of my absolute favorite.
It was Paula's favorite episode.
Of
series.
Or 2 episodes?
5?
Is this a 2-parter?
No.
This is just a 1-parter?
They knock him out in one.
This is just one? I
Wham,
definitely thought
bam,
this was a
thank
2-parter.
you, Moffat.
Get out of here. So, I'm prepped. Spoilers, if you're watching this for the first time, this is a terrible way for you to be doing that.
Super
so
bad.
Don't.
Abort. Get out of here.
Go watch it on your own and then come back.
Yeah.
But spoilers, I guess I'm coming into this now knowing what you all knew, apparently.
Yes.
When this episode aired.
At the time, they had announced that Arthur Darvill and Karen Gillan would be leaving Doctor Who. So everyone knew it was coming.
But also,
Paula
that
did it.
doesn't mean
It's,
you
like,
have to
less
do it in like
crappy.
a dick
Yeah.
way. Like,
It was rough.
y'all know how, if you've been here before, you know how I feel about the way Moffat writes his character exits. How he likes to, I said I wasn't going to get mad and I'm already mad. How he likes to trick you.
Yeah. And then, it's a whole thing.
But
But he also has some of the best
he's
writing in
brilliant.
Who. Like, you know.
Which is why I get extra mad, because I know he could do it good.
And sometimes we get
But you know
mad
what?
about it.
If it works for you, it works for you, and I'm genuinely happy for you. I wish it worked for me, because I don't like to be mad. I like to enjoy.
Yeah.
So anyway, what a horrible introduction. I promise. There's someone right now writing a comment. She's not even giving it a chance. She's determined to hate it. I already know how I feel about it. I've seen it before.
But it will be fun to
it'll be fun.
to revisit. One, because we are coming in from the perspective of River Song. So
Yes.
this is her
Yeah.
story and where she's been with her parents and the relationship with them.
Yeah.
And so
And they are really sweet because, you know, they're like, we go together.
Oh yeah, Amy would never allow anything else.
It's really sweet. I
Amy
do
would
love
never-
Amy and Rory a lot.
Because they do have a wonderful love story, but it is
really good.
I mean, it's tragic in their own way. I mean, Rory's died 4 fucking times, you know? Like,
What's one more?
what's one more?
Who died and came back more, Rory or Clara?
Ooh, great question.
Let us know.
Is it Clara or
Do you
Rory?
know?
I don't know.
They might be tied. Because they both died and came back a lot.
Christmas special. I know she died when going to center. It's hard to say. I mean, she didn't technically die there, but also, like, she might be around 4 or 5 times, too.
Yeah. It feels like
Could
similar.
be neck and neck.
Could be.
Let us know below.
All right. Well, with that
We're gonna
being
do it.
said, we're going to watch
Oh,
The
poor
Angels
River.
Take Manhattan.
Oh, poor River.
This is where the doctor, like, gives away a little bit of his regeneration to her, right? And she's like, don't you ever do that again. He's like, sorry, I do what I want.
I'm sorry. It's so stupid.
It's pretty.
It's so... Yeah. Like, what do you... It's fine.
I'm reading.
Aloud. Please could you not? You read it aloud and then went yowza.
No, only you.
There you go.
I don't like them. They make your eyes look all liney.
You make your eye look all
actually,
liney.
Sorry.
Hey, I'm gonna get some more coffee. Who wants more coffee? Me too. I'll get.
Do I have noticeable lines on my eyes now?
No.
Yes.
I noticed them earlier. Didn't notice them.
Actually, that is much better.
That is exciting.
How I always rip out the last page of a book, and it doesn't have to end. I hate endings.
Yep.
Yeah, you do.
A little scared, so I gave him my best smile and my bluest eyes. Hello, River.
Yep.
Hello, Dad.
Melody Malone, what did you think? Hello, Dad. It's dark
But
all of a
you'll probably
sudden.
want to put your hands up. Get this book.
It was in my jacket.
How did it get there?
How does anything get there? I've given up asking. Date.
I'm giving up asking. So he got sent back by an angel, right?
You didn't come here in the TARDIS.
That little
obviously.
bebe.
You couldn't have.
Couldn't have? What does she mean, couldn't have?
It'd be impossible to land the TARDIS here. Like trying to land a plane in a blizzard. Even I couldn't do it.
Even who couldn't do it?
Don't you two fall out. She's only in a book.
Text manipulator. Less bulky than a TARDIS. A motorbike through traffic.
Why do you have to break mine? I asked the doctor. He frowned and said, because Amy read it in a book and now I have no choice.
Stop.
Help us find Rory.
And if you read ahead and find that Rory dies,
I remember what breaks.
I'm going to break something because you told me that I'm going to do it.
You're very well informed.
And you're very afraid. That's an awful lot of locks for one door.
Oh my gosh, what is
Thanks, I guess.
It's funnier.
Yeah, it's funnier. Yowza.
Hello, sweetie. Whatever you don't want anyone else to see has got to be your favorite. Your girlfriend.
Horrible.
Girlfriend, then.
Now why is that one not? Oh, because it's chained, of course.
Texting a boy. Badly damaged.
I wanted to know.
You realize it's screaming. The others can hear. Is that why you need all the locks?
Because they're coming to it.
Oh boy, you could burn New York. Just you wait till my husband gets home.
Final checks.
Jeez. Cute.
Sorry I'm late, honey. Traffic was hell.
Oh, this music.
That's prison.
Oh, I was pardoned ages ago, and it's Professor
Checking her
Song to
out.
you.
I was pardoned ages ago.
It's almost as
Oh.
if someone's gone around deleting himself from every database in the universe.
You said I got too big.
Didn't you used to be somebody?
Weren't you the woman who killed the doctor?
Doctor Who?
Hey.
You going to break my wrist or hers? No. Really? Why do you have to break mine?
Because Amy read it in a book.
Because Amy read it in a book.
Which you haven't written yet, so we can't read.
I see. I don't like the cover
Yeah.
much.
I love she just gives the aww. Just gives the screwdriver away.
Doctor, what is it? Tell me.
Oh, he's not good at this stuff.
I know that face. Calm down. Calm down. Talk to me.
You get your wrist out without breaking it.
How?
I don't know, just do it!
He isn't back in time. I'm reading a displacement, but there are no temporal markers.
You got out.
If it's that easy, I'd get you to do
You
it.
asked, I did. Problem?
You just changed the future.
It's called marriage, honey. Now hush. I'm working.
But how she's holding her arm.
Show me.
Oh.
The fact that she broke her
She broke her own
wrist.
wrist. But that is slightly different because her wrist is broken, but she did it herself. The doctor didn't do it. So it's a little different.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to read. Amy wasn't allowed to read any further
Yeah.
in the book because the doctor stopped her, so it could have been in there. Who knows?
When one's in love with an ageless god who insists on the face of a 12-year-old. One's best to hide the damage.
Oh, River.
Such a good line.
Yes. Just is pretty bad too.
Oh.
And he knows that's gonna piss her off.
No.
Steven,
They just
you're
both
so
wanna
good.
care for
and
one
why
another.
you don't have to do bullshit when you can do this. It's so
was
good.
Stupid waste of a generation. You embarrass me. Never let him see the damage. And never, ever let him see you age. He doesn't like endings. Doctor, look at this. Why is
Ew.
it smiling?
Horrible. Horrible.
He's here.
I've died before.
What's the matter? I've been unwritten from time itself.
Like they've taken over every statue in the city.
Yeah, the Angels take Manhattan because they can, because they've never had a food source like this one, the city that never sleeps.
Doctor, he's right.
We change shit all the time.
isn't.
If Rory got out, it would create a paradox. The paradox poisons the well. It could kill them all.
I like it.
Possible.
Yeah, we do almost impossible things all the time.
Loving the almost.
I won't let them take him. That's what we got.
I fucking love her. Oh.
She's like, yeah, try it. Oh, it's so good.
I have fought for this man over and over like he has for me.
It's like a true love story where they just both fight for each other. It's not one of them saving the other. They're constantly saving each other, waiting for each other, protecting each other. This shot, it's so...
Oh,
Rory, what are you doing?
Oh, Rory.
You'll die.
yeah, twice. In the same building on the same night. Who else could do that? River said that this space would be erased from time, never existed. This space
Maybe
never
it
existed.
won't,
Why
yeah.
did I fall off?
You think you'll just come back to life?
When don't I?
Rory!
To save you, I could do anything.
Because even still, this can't not get me. Like,
It's so good. It's so beautiful.
Together.
Or not at all.
not at all.
Changing the future.
The doctor's gonna be so mad.
2 times over.
It's called marriage.
Paradox time, baby.
You collapsed the timeline, the paradox worked, we all ping back where we belong.
This time, why always here?
Does it matter? We got lucky.
Oh, doctor.
It matters.
It could do with a repaint.
I've been busy.
Does the bulb on top need changing?
No.
I'm just saying. They're gonna get terribly bored hanging around here all day.
Dum Dum, don't do it.
Amy,
Oh my gosh.
Doctor! One more paradox.
Would rip New York apart.
Oh, that's not true. I don't believe you.
Mother, it's true.
Oh, would it send me back to the same time to him?
I don't know.
Doctor, shut up! Yes, yes, it is!
Amy.
Well, I'll be with him like I should be. Me and Rory together.
And that's what River, like, wants for them.
Melody,
Stop it!
you be a good girl and you look after him.
You are creating.
Raggedy man!
Raggedy man.
Goodbye!
No!
Oh, doctor.
They were your parents. Sorry.
Well,
Doesn't
you're kind
matter.
of selfish.
Doctor, don't travel alone.
Travel with me then.
Oh.
Whenever and wherever you want. But not all the time. One psychopath per TARDIS, don't you think? I presume I sent it to Amy to get it published.
Yes.
I'll tell her to write an afterword.
Oh.
Maybe you'll listen to her. You and me, on the last page. And above all else, know that we will love you always. And you might be alone, which you should never be. There's a little girl waiting in a garden. She's going to wait a long while, so she's going to need a lot of hope. Tell her, this is the story of Amelia Pond. And this is how it ends.
You know, it is a good episode.
It is.
It's
It
funny
is a
that-
good episode.
Because I'm not, like, blindsided by it, I can appreciate the... I do. I feel really differently about the episode the second time around.
And this is something that I also think really gets overlooked a lot by sometimes audiences of, like, reaction channels. And, like,
Yeah.
a first-time reaction doesn't necessarily mean this is how you're going to feel about it forever. It
Yeah,
doesn't even
it
necessarily
is-
mean that you're
it's
processing
literally
it fully.
The word reaction. It's your off the cuff
Emotional,
gut
raw.
response to something.
You
It has
know?
there's no real, like, it's not a review. It's
No.
not like we haven't had time to sit back and process what we've just seen. You are seeing us in real time processing, right? And it does change things. That's why you rewatch show. That's why you
100%.
rewatch anything, because it feels different the next time,
Every
right?
single time. Every time I have watched Doctor Who, I have gotten a different experience from it. And that's what I love so much about this damn show. And even if the showrunners piss me off every so often, I still see it differently every time. It's why I think Chibnall's era, people should rewatch that. I'm not saying it's all perfect, but on rewatch, you can see it in a different way and know where he's going.
Yeah.
Like, and watching this from River's perspective,
Yes.
has opened up a whole other thing for me that I've never experienced with
Yeah.
watching Doctor Who. Like, it's always going to be something new, and you might still hold some of the same frustrations that you felt originally, but you're, again, like you just said, you can experience it in a new way.
I really do feel differently. Like, even when I was watching, I was like, oh, this goodbye where they go together is so beautiful. Why are you undercutting that with them actually being saved and then getting got? Why? But, like, coming in a second time and knowing they needed to leave the show.
Yeah.
I can actually see and understand why this was done the way it was. Like, they could have left it where they sacrificed themselves to solve the paradox, but they were just gone.
Stuck or gone,
They were just gone, right? That could have worked, but I do think now, watching it again, I can see, like, there's a real beauty in them and what happens the first time when they go off the building. And they're, like, together or not at all and all of that. And then
it's the epitome of their love
it's
story.
so beautiful. And then they're saved. I think it's one thing where, like, I think what's frustrating to me about it is it could have been avoided. Why did Rory go back and look at that gravestone?
Yeah.
Why? You know, it's
Rather
like
than just using
so
the excuse of,
frustrating.
like,
They just
curiosity
needed
or
to,
whatever.
like, maybe that could have been done in a way that made it feel more like less like just some dumb
Less
thing
like
that
a
he went
plot
and did.
device.
Yes.
Yeah.
It felt like, oh, we have to get him to look at this, so I guess he just goes back and looks
Passes
at it
it
just because.
and then
I don't
steps
know, maybe
backwards to
something
look
else
at
could
it.
have, but set that aside, right? Whatever. Okay, it is what it is. But, like, it actually is still powerful because now, like, he's been got, and now Amy, once again, we've already established she's going to make the choice to be with him.
Together or not at all.
And she gets
And without...
a really lovely goodbye to both River and the Doctor.
Yes.
And the afterword is really beautiful, and then that setting up, like, him going to, like, kid her, and it actually really is, like, it's actually a really beautiful episode in a lot of ways.
It is a really
and
beautiful episode.
I'm able to appreciate that this time in a way that I just was not able to the first time I watched it, I will say.
I'm gonna go pin a comment on our first reaction and be like, go click
What we should
this.
do is take our post-discussion, me reacting the first time, and just cut it next to me reacting the second time
Yeah.
and post it somewhere. It's like, what can happen on a rewatch? It's just, I feel so differently about it.
It is the epitome of their love story. And for Amy to not know if she would be sent back to him
Yeah.
or not. And she still was
She's
willing.
like, well, this is my shot, so.
And then you have
I to
River,
try.
who knows how much her parents love each other.
And how hard it is to be pulled apart from the person you want to be with.
Yeah.
So she's like, of course you
No,
should
you
go.
have to do this. Because she
And
would
the
do that for the
doctor-
doctor without hesitation.
Just like
Oh, the heart rate?
begging to have his best friend
Mm-hmm.
and not wanting to lose her and knowing full well he's being fucking selfish.
Mm-hmm.
Just being like, no, we can fix this. You do not have to do this big crazy thing. Just stay with me.
Just stay with me and
we
I'll
can
fix it.
Figure out how to fix
I'll fix the
it.
problem. I'll fix the problem. I always fix the problem. I'll figure it out.
And it's
I will
like-
fix it. And it's like some things, doctor, you can't fix.
And this is part of it. And you hate goodbyes and you hate all of these things. But if I stay with you, I can't ever let you see me age because it's going to mess you up. But guess who I don't have to worry about that with? The man who I love.
The man who I love deeply.
Who loves me deeply in a way that is like
Who
much
still
healthier.
died 5 years before.
But that's good because he
No, yeah.
he
it's,
can't be without her.
Yeah, and she, like,
You know,
I imagine, I know that Amy could get through that. I do like to believe that River was able to access seeing them.
How she had to get
She got
them
to
the
get the
book
journal,
somehow
yeah.
to get it published. How does she
Right.
do that?
Unless she finds some way to, like, mail it back
To
in
do
time.
it before they go back and be like, you cannot read this. You'll know
When.
this is I'm gonna need you to publish this, and you will know when. You will know when you should look at this. I don't know. Yeah, like
So, that's, like, my kind of... I don't know if that's... I'm sure other people kind of like to try and plug that in as their own canon as well. Yeah. And there is the frustration that... And I know there are people who feel very deeply about this episode and, like, who were very upset the first go-around, but I also know there's a huge chunk of the audience that was also like, what, he's time-locked out of it? He can't get into it? They were frustrated by...
What? He's like, there's too much of another paradox on top of everything else. Like, there are some things we can mess with and some things...
We can't.
It will
And in
tear
a show-
apart the time, space, the fabric of time and space. We push it. We push the boundaries every time.
And a show about time travel, they're gonna use those moments as plot devices.
Sometimes.
They're gonna use that as a way to close off something and say, we can't go back, we can't deal with it. And after this one, for him, we move
He
into the
goes
Christmas
real-
episode with Clara, the second time we see her. I don't think that's her name in the episode, though. It could be Clara.
Oh, yeah.
But he's living up in the cloud. And he's throwing a big old hissy fit and is like, not the doctor and Vastra and
oh yeah, they're like, we need to check in on him and
Uh-huh.
all that stuff. Yeah,
he's like literally living up in a cloud.
he's just being he can't. This version of the Doctor cannot deal. He can't deal.
He's not good at
And I will
it.
say that is something that I think was different with Capaldi. He had his stuff in his own way, right? But it was a much more mature version of dealing. And then
100%.
Even like healthier version of coping mechanisms, I feel like, with Jodie Whittaker and then with Shooty as well. Like, it's just like we've kind of moved a little away from
And there's still,
some of
with
that
Jodie's, we
angst.
did have...
I mean, not that there isn't any, but it's
Yeah.
different. And it's
different. It expands. It grows. It's, Man, poor River. It's really
that
rough.
whole exchange about don't let you see the damage and it does hurt and the wrist is bad too. That was so beautifully written. Like, that was such a lovely exchange. Just everything about it. Yeah.
Oofda. Bless her heart. And then there's some time that passes, and we're gonna watch Husbands of River Song, and it'll be your first rewatch of it. And I just know that episode like the back of my hand, and so there's, again, getting to see this from her perspective. I know what comes next and how she talks about things, and I'm like,
Yeah.
like, the doctor, like, half abandoned her after this, and it's rough. It's rough. Poor River.
Yeah.
Amy and Rory. And then, because there's that short that we're not going to watch again, but where Rory writes a letter to his dad.
Yes.
It's all so freaking sad.
Yeah, it's
But it's good. And yeah. Wow. It is a really good episode.
It is a good episode.
I do think the Statue of Liberty is
It's
so
dumb.
fucking dumb.
It's pretty dumb.
It's so
Like,
stupid.
I feel like it's one of those things that was like a good idea until they were doing it, and then they were like,
hell yeah, this is gonna, and then it's like,
oh no,
ooh, maybe
what were
this
we
isn't it.
thinking?
Maybe this isn't
How
it.
else do they force him to jump off the building unless there's something right there that they can't get? Well, I mean, just more angels could have just been coming up the
Could've just been
stairs.
more angels.
Yeah, the Statue of Liberty. It's just because they were like, I know, we're in New York.
The statue.
There's a giant statue there.
And like my mind is like, the city that never sleeps, there's always someone looking at that fucking thing.
Yeah, that's never moving.
There's like always someone looking at that thing.
It's a tourist town. There's never. That's such a good point. There's never a time
That
someone is
someone
not
ain't not
looking,
looking
at
at
the
that.
Statue of Liberty in New York City. That's such a good point.
Like,
They
come
should
on
have just
now.
worked out. They should have been like, well, how come that one's not? You think there's a time that there's nobody looking at that? That would have been such a good line. All right, time for some time travel ourselves.
All right, Moffat, we're coming
Okay,
in.
so I have different notes for you this time, Moffat, from last time.
Statue of Liberty?
I'm sorry for what I said
Stupid.
when I was angry.
Angry and emotional, rightfully so. Rightfully so. And because again, I've said it and we've said it a million times. It's also binging a show and having a
Yeah,
different
it's
like
totally-
experience with it. It's
We were
totally different than
also-
us watching
We
it.
watched that in like deep pandemic lockdown.
Yeah, we
time.
did.
Like that.
Yeah, we
there's
fucking did. There was
a
a whole
lot
other layer of
going
stuff
on.
going on in life. There was a whole
When we
lot of
did
other
that.
shit happening, so it definitely made that a very heightened emotional experience. There were a lot of factors that played into that.
Yeah, this whole Matt Smith era, there was a lot going on.
A lot. We literally started Matt Smith's era.
Yeah.
We released our first episode in person,
Mm-hmm.
and then literally
lockdown.
lockdown, and we had to
film
start
separately. We had to figure out how to do
season
that.
5,
It was a
episode 1.
nightmare. Yeah. We finally
like
got
we
it
watched
worked out.
Vincent Van Gogh, not in the same room.
Yeah.
Horrible. Like
There's a lot we watched.
that was
not
like
in the same room. Yeah.
horrible. That's such a wonderfully beautiful, probably one of the best episodes of Doctor Who to
It's so
ever
good.
exist, in my opinion. But also like one that when we were early on, I remember being like, I can't wait to watch this with Paula like together.
We'll have to do a rewatch at some point.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
And also again, 2020, there's a lot of heightened stuff going on, and that was a lot about mental health and
There's a lot going on.
a lot of suicide
lot of
stuff,
stuff.
and it was very like, oof. So yeah, there are a lot of factors that come to this when we're
Yeah,
watching media.
Just like anything, right? Like, yeah. Things hit you different depending on where you're at when you experience
Emotionally,
it.
mentally, time-wise, like where you're at in your life. Just like River. Her relationship with the Doctor is always shifting because she never knows which version of him she's meeting.
But he never knows which version
No.
of her he's meeting.
He didn't have a
It's
goddamn
whole
clue.
thing.
He
It's
didn't have a
whole
goddamn
thing,
clue.
you know?
Well, everybody, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
If you're around for the first go-around and you've stuck around this
Yeah,
long,
how do you feel
thanks.
about, I want to know, like, I don't know, what do you think about,
How do you feel about this?
do you feel betrayed because I've
No.
changed my tune? Just about this episode, not about Moffat in general. I'm still coming for you, dude.
Coming. Thanks for being here, everybody. Comment below. Let us know all of those things we were just talking about. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. We post a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah.
Our schedules are going to be wibbly wobbly coming up, but we're going to post a separate video about that. And if you want to help make the channel possible, you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/GallifreyGals, where you get full-length watch-along reactions, all of our previous content. Our higher tiers get extra behind the scenes or little mini reactions, like we watched First Night Last Night River Song stuff, and that is available for our Geronimo and Red Alert tiers. And yeah, thanks everybody.
Catch us next time as we watch more Who.
Who,
The Doctor. And
most
River.
importantly, we love her.
She's great.